पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। गुरु वैष्णव भगवान तिनेरस्मरणे है विघ्न विनाशन, अनायासे है निज वांछित पूरन। आपको हिंदी करना पड़ेगा उनके लिए।
नहीं नहीं, मैं क्वेश्चन करूंगी आपका। नहीं, मैं समझाती रहूंगी, थोड़ा समझ गया।
Today is a very auspicious day. Today is the appearance of the Lord of all Lords, the most munificent form of incarnation, and the one who had distributed Krishna Prem most generously all through the world. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, he advented only with a purpose to relish complete bliss. The transcendental mellows that are supreme and that only Radharani is able to relish. In order to relish those sublime mellows, he appeared, Krishna himself appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, accepting the mood of a devotee. And Sri Rupa Goswami has offered his obeisance, respects, in the form of one verse, Namo Mahavadanyaya. He is the most magnanimous incarnation. Most magnanimous incarnation. Compared to any other forms of Supreme God, the form as Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, is the topmost. Avatar Sar, Gaudiya Avatar, is the essence of all incarnations. Kanona Bhajili Tar. Why have you mind? Why have you not worshipped him? Why have you not worshipped Supreme Lord Chaitanya, who is the essence of all other incarnations, who is the fountainhead of all other incarnations? There is no incarnation that is superior to him. There is no other form more munificent than him, magnanimous than him. Why have you not taken shelter to him? Because he is Prema Kalpataru Shri Gauranga Yamar. He is Prema Kalpataru. He is the wish fulfilling tree of Prema. He is wish fulfilling tree of Prema, means he is delivering Prema. Whoever comes beneath the tree, Kalpataru, Kalpavriksha, whoever is coming beneath that and asking for Prema, he is not distinguishing, he is not seeing any presence of qualities or disqualifications, equalities, inequalities. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy is all embracing philosophy. No one is excluded out of the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anyone who comes in front of him, he is awarded with this Krishna Prem. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had made his own non-different form, Nityananda, as the one to carry forward this preaching mission of Krishna Prem. So, Namo Mahavadanyaya, the most magnanimous, munificent form of the Lord is Chaitanya Dev. What did he award? Krishna Prema Pradayate. He has awarded Krishna Prem to everyone. And this Krishna Prem is not Golok, descending from Golok Vrindavan. So he has given the living entities. That is the generosity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishnaya, he is Krishna himself. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Akrishnam. Karabhajan Rishi is telling to Nimi Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto, it comes, Krishna Varnam, he belongs to the class of Krishna, the clan of Krishna. And also it means Krishna, these two varnas, the two letters, the two syllables are being constantly chanted. Krishna Varna. Tvisha Akrishnam. And when you see the hue of the body, it is not like that of Krishna. It is a Krishna, just the opposite of Krishna. Krishna is Shyama Sundara, dark complexion. But his complexion is not dark, a Krishna, just the opposite. That is Gauravarna. Tvisha Akrishna. Sanga Upanga Astra Parshadam. And what is he carrying? Sa Anga. He has his own personal associates. Anga means his own limbs, direct limbs. Like the hands are the direct limbs, the legs are the direct limbs. So Sanga, who are those? They are Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya. His direct limbs are Advaita and Nityananda. Upanga. Upanga means extension of the limbs. That is, you can say the fingers, for example. The fingers are, the extensions of the limbs. So Anga Upanga. Who are those? They are Shivas Pandit and all other, other persons who became the preachers of Krishna Bhakti. Sanga Upanga Astra. And he also has Astra. Astra means weapons. What weapon is he holding? Other Vishnu avatars, they are holding different weapons. They have their own symbols. And Vishnu Chakra is a common, this thing, Gada. Somebody has the mace, somebody has the chakra, the disc, somebody has the arrows, etc. But he is also having the weapon. What weapon is it? The chanting of the holy name. Harinama is his weapon. Astra and Parshadam. Parshadam means associates. He is also accompanied with his associates. What associates? Who are they? Gadadhar Pandit, Rai Ramananda, Sarup Damodar Goswami, Haridas Thakur, Rupa, Sanatana, Gopal Bhatta, etc. All these are the associates. Anga Upanga Astra Parshadam Yagyai Sankirtana Prayai. Through the Nama Sankirtana Yagya, means by performance of the chanting of the holy name. This is the Yagya that is recommended for Kali Yuga. Yajanti Sumeda Saha. Those who are intelligent, Sumeda, those who are highly intelligent, they worship this form of the Lord, because Nimi Maharaj inquired from the Navayogendras, what are the various incarnations in various yugas? What are their activities and how to worship them? This is the question that Maharaj Nimi had asked the Navayogendras. So one of the Navayogendras, Karabhajan Rishi, he replied that he is worshipped by chanting of the holy name. Yagyai Sankirtana Praya. Through Sankirtana Yagya, through Nama Sankirtana, he is worshipped. So, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishnaya, Krishna Chaitanya, he is Krishna himself directly. But his name is Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe, and his complexion is of Gaura, molten gold, or the molten gold color, highly radiant in that color. Krishna Chaitanya Namine, I worship Gauratvishe Namaha. I worship that complexion, that form of Supreme Lord who has appeared as Krishna Chaitanya and had awarded Krishna Prema to everyone. So, in every yuga, there is a incarnation that is called Yugavatara. Krishna also appears in every yuga, but Ashtavinsha Chaturyuge Dvaparera Sheshe. In the 28th Chaturyuga, at the end of Dvapara, Brajera Sahita Hoy Krishna Prakashe, along with Braja, along with the entire Vrindavan and the entourage that belongs to Vrindavan, he appears directly. In all other yugas, other than the 28th Chaturyuga, which currently is the 28th Chaturyuga, in one Manvantara, in the Saptam Manvantara, the 7th Manvantara, you know that cycle, right? I don't need to repeat that, the Manvantaras, the Chaturyugas. It's a big scale, so we will talk about it later, but not today. In the 7th Manvantara, 28th Chaturyuga, Dvaparera Sheshe, Brajera Sahita Hoy Krishna Prakashe. Krishna himself manifests directly, not in other yugas. In other yugas, Krishna is appearing as an incarnation of Kshirodashai Vishnu. He is coming and performing pastimes, but in this 28th Chaturyuga, he is directly coming. What is the difference? He is the fountainhead of all incarnations, and Brajera Sahita, he is coming along with Braja. He is not coming to kill the demons, but also to relish the wonderful pastimes that he is exhibiting in Goloka Vrindavan. They are the unmanifest pastimes. That unmanifest pastimes will become manifest in this material world in the 7th Manvantara, 28th Chaturyuga, at the end of Dvapar Yuga. So, after that, immediately after that, the yuga in which Krishna had directly advented, in that very yuga, in the first half of Kali Yuga, that same Nandanandan Sri Krishna appears as Chaitanya Dev. Chirakal nahi kori prema bhakti dan, bhakti bina jagate nahi ka avasthan. Krishna, after he appeared, he claimed all the souls who have submitted to him in loving devotion. He claimed all of them and took them back to Vrindavan. And those who have come from Vrindavan, of course, they are accompanying him back to Vrindavan anyways. But those who have loving devotion to Supreme Lord, all of them have been, again they have been taken along with him. But all the others who have not understood the loving activities of Supreme Lord, they have been left back in this world, those who have not submitted to him, to go through the next cycle of Kali Yuga, and then wander through different yugas, different kalpas, different manvantaras. They have been left for this. So that Krishna is thinking, Chirakal nahi kori prema bhakti dan. I have not given prema bhakti for a long, long time. Prema bhakti bina jagate nahi ka avasthan. Without bhakti, without devotion, there is no significance of living in this world. It's useless. Without devotion, the life is useless. Why? Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jathare shayanam. Repeatedly taking birth, repeatedly dying, repeatedly taking birth, repeatedly dying. This is what the cycle, this is how it is going on. What is the essence? Nobody has understanding of it. Nobody knows what is the essence of this human life. We are passing through various bodies repeatedly, but what is the essence? No knowledge. So, bhakti bina jagate nahi ka avasthan, there is no point, it's the life in this world is useless without devotion. You come here, Prabhu. You come here. You understand English? You understand English? Or you need, oh, he needs assistance?
Understand.
He understands English? Okay. So, ना ठीक है. Yes. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that Krishna is thinking that without devotion, life is useless. Nama sankirtana hoy amsha hoite, ama bina anna nare prema dite. Krishna is thinking to himself that Nama Sankirtan is the Yuga Dharma. It is the duty of this Kali, the living entities of this Kali Yuga. Nama Sankirtan is the duty. This is called Yuga Dharma. Yuga Dharma pravartana hoy ansha haite. You see, in order to preach Yuga Dharma, even my amsha can do it. My expansion. Lord doesn't have to come for establishing the Yuga Dharma. For killing the demons, the Lord doesn't have to directly come. He can do it through his own expansions. Amabina anya nare braja prema dite. But other than I, nobody has the potency to give braja prem. Who can give braja prem? Only Brajendra Nandan Krishna can give. Other than Krishna, even the expansion of Narayana, Vishnu, they also have no capability to award prem. Only Brajendra Nandan Sri Krishna, because he is the master of all mellows. Narayana is the one of opulence, the form of opulence. In the opulence form, the sweetness is completely crippled. It's completely crippled when Aishwarya becomes Sarva Jagata More Kare Vidhi Bhakti. Vidhi Bhakti Braja Prem Paite Nahi Shakti. By following the rules and regulations, by worshipping with reverence and awe, in the mood of mastership, in the mood of he being almighty, one cannot attain prem. Aishwarya bhavete sakala prema shithila. The prem, Krishna prem will be, love will be, shithila means it will be crippled, it will be lost. Wherever there is Aishwarya, the mood of reverence, wherever there is mood of reverence, in the reverential mood, there cannot be love. The possibility of love is not there. Because in Golok Vrindavan, you see that the Brajavasis, they have the natural love towards him. It's very spontaneous loving, mentality, tendency they have. They don't worship Krishna as their master. They don't worship Krishna as the creator of everyone. There is a natural flow of love from their heart. So that is called spontaneous love, natural love. And Aishwarya Bhavete, by performance of reverential devotion, Sarva Jagata More Kare Vidhi Bhakti. Vidhi Bhakti Braja Prem Paite Na Shakti. By this awe and reverence, one cannot get Braja Prem. Guru Maharaj used to say, Mother Yashoda is chastising Krishna. She is beating, she is scolding. If anybody says, oh, why are you scolding your child? He is not an ordinary child. He is Supreme Lord Himself. Everyone is connected with Him. There is no one superior to Him. You should not chastise Him. If anybody goes to Yashoda to teach this, he will be deprived of Braja Prem. Because in Braja, there is the possession of Krishna. He belongs to me as a son, as a friend. There is no reverential mood there. In Braja, you don't see any reverential mood. Devaki and Vasudev, when they heard, while they were in the prison house, when they heard that Kamsa had been killed, so many demons had been killed by Krishna, immediately they thought, yes, it is possible for Krishna because he is supreme. What is not possible for him? So when Krishna released them from the prison house, and as their mother and father, they offered obeisances to him. Krishna offered obeisances to them, and they in turn offered obeisances to Krishna. Why? Because he is Krishna, he is Supreme God. When there is a reverential mood, when it becomes prominent in the heart, then the loving mood will be subdued. And when there is a prominence of the loving mood, then there is no scope for reverence there. He belongs to me. Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda, in front of them, Krishna killed so many demons. So many demons have been killed. And so many supernatural activities have been performed. An ordinary boy, an ordinary child, even an ordinary human being cannot perform. Lifting Govardhana hill by a 7-year-old man, 7-year-old boy, on the left hand, little finger, for 7 days, 7 nights, you cannot even think that anybody could do this. But the Brajavasis, they witnessed, they are the direct witness to this. Not that they heard from somebody. They were part of that. But yet, they don't consider him as God. Let us support you. You alone cannot handle this Govardhan. We will also give support to the Govardhan. They all took their sticks and they are giving support to Govardhan. Krishna, now you can release your finger, no problem. We are all holding Govardhan. You please release your finger. Don't take the pain. Are you sure? Yes, I am very sure. We are very sure. And he started slowly releasing the finger and all the sticks broke. No, just hold it. So the thing is, they witnessed directly what he has not performed, superhuman activities. But yet, never Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj are offering obeisances to Krishna, or the Sakhas are offering obeisances to Krishna. No. Partha, Arjuna, when he saw universal form of Krishna, immediately he told, oh, I have been thinking that you are my friend. I am very sorry that I have committed so many offenses to you, considering you as my friend. You are Param Brahma, Param Dhamo. You are Parabrahma, you are Supreme Brahman. Your abode is supreme. Paramam Bhavan, you are the highest. He started praying to Krishna like this. But his friends in Goloka Vrindavan, they have seen so many unusual things that is not possible for any ordinary boy. But still they don't consider him as supreme. You have more powers, but you cannot be supreme. So that is the love that the Brajavasis have got. That is why he's telling that Vidhi Bhakte Braja Prem Paite Nahi Shakti. With Vidhi Bhakti, by following rules and regulations, nobody can get Braja Prem. Ama Vina Anna Nare Braja Prema Dite. You see, Yuga Dharma and other things can be established by anyone, but other than I, nobody can give this Braja Prem. Yuga Dharma Pravartamu Nama Sankirtan Chari Bhav Diya Nachamu Bhuvan. Anyway, this is the time to establish Yuga Dharma. Anyway, the time has come to establish Yuga Dharma, and I have a desire to distribute Prem also. So why to send an Amsha? Even though that can be possible by my mere expansion, my partial expansion, it is possible to distribute, to establish Yuga Dharma. But still, Yuga Dharma Pravartamu Nama Sankirtan, I shall only do this. I shall, establish Yuga Dharma Nama Sankirtan. But the purpose is Chari Bhav Bhakti Diya Nachamu Bhuvan. I will give the 4 kinds of loving devotion. What is that? Dasya Sakhya Vatsalya Madhur. The loving devotion in servitorship, in friendship, in parenthood, and as a conjugal lover. Chari Bhav Bhakti Diya, by distributing these 4 kinds of loving devotion, Nachamu Bhuvan, I shall make the entire world dance, intoxicated with Krishna Prem. So, Etabhavi Kalikale Pratama Sandhyay Avatirna Hoilo Krishna Apani Nadiyai. Thinking like this, Krishna is thinking like this, that I have not given Prem for a long time. By following the rules of Karma Kanda, by performing, worship with reverential mood, I shall not be, there will be no scope for prema, love. Therefore, I shall go, I shall establish Yuga Dharma and also give the 4 kinds of loving devotion and make the entire world intoxicated in divine love and dance in ecstasy. I will make them dance. Yata Bhavi Kali Kale Prathama Sandhya, in the first, Sandhya, the, dawn of Kalikal, Kali Yuga, Krishna himself had appeared as Chaitanya. Apani Nadiya. Krishna has himself appeared in Nadiya in order to do this, in order to preach this. So, before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had appeared, or before Krishna had appeared as Chaitanya Dev, the situation here was that there were so many worshippers of Chandi, Kali, Durga. People worship in Tamoguna, in the mode of ignorance. People used to spend lots of money for all these materialistic activities, for marriage ceremonies, for other things, all these things, they used to spend uselessly lots of money and worship the demigods. They had no scope, they had no desire to worship Supreme Lord. This was the state. And as if the Kali Yuga had already taken its full shape in the very, very beginning of Kali Yuga itself. That was the state at that time. There is a full attack of Kali in the very, very beginning. So, seeing that this is the right time for me to go, because I need to establish Nama Sankirtan. I will establish Nama Sankirtan. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even before his appearance, he sent his own entourage who are elder to him, Advaita Acharya, Madhavendra Puri, Ishwara Puri, Nityananda. All these persons had been sent even before he appeared. And Advaita Acharya, while staying at Shantipur, he would conduct Gita and Bhagavatam Harikathas, discourses on Gita and Bhagavatam. for the devotees. Devotees would take pleasure. That was their relief, because all other times they are constantly being exposed to so many, activities in the mode of ignorance. But now, at the place of Advaita Acharya, they would take some hope of living in this material world. Otherwise, they felt to live in such a state is useless. That was the state. And in the Falguna month, in the month of Falguna, full moon day, Purnima, the stars, the position of the stars in the sky, when they became, favorable, they did not become favorable, but when the Lord appears, when the time comes, they make themselves favorable for it. The entire preparation happens simply by the appearance of the Lord. All auspiciousness is brought upon by the appearance of Mahabhagavatas and the Supreme Lord also. Like simply by the word that Prime Minister is coming to Calcutta, to Mayapur, immediately by the word, everything is, cleaned. A beautiful, the city is decorated so nicely, everything is properly set with the word that, Prime Minister is coming. So for an ordinary Prime Minister to come, the entire city is getting prepared. Why not for the Lord to appear? All the devatas, all the gods, all the stars, sun and moon, everyone, they could see some auspicious moments of the Lord's appearance. And therefore, everything got settled at their proper place for the Lord's appearance to come. But that was a lunar eclipse day. Now, why is the lunar eclipse? Because it is considered inauspicious. It's not auspicious. People want to watch the eclipse. It is not, it's not recommended in the Shastras. To be devoured by Rahu or Ketu, whether it is sun or moon, is not auspicious. They are giving light to this entire universe. And you are wanting to witness they being, captured by some other planetary system. That is not a good indication. But scientists, they want to see, oh, this eclipse is very nice. It is not good. The rays during this eclipse time is not good for the body. We are going against. Previously, during this time, they used to take bath in Ganges or Yamuna, in the holy rivers. They used to sing the holy names, not to see what is happening in the sky. Because if one is exposed to these rays during the eclipse time, it's not good for their health. We are seeing the consequences. So many ill effects are happening, because of all these unwanted things that we are doing. We consider these are all age-old cultures. No, that's those days. There is no advancement. They don't have the proper instruments to see. That is why they used to say, don't see them. Now we have instruments, we can see. No, the scriptures are not false. So this is not an auspicious time. So everybody, even those not belonging to Hindu clan, Hindu community, or the Sanatana Dharma, even they, in their own ways, started to chant their own lords' names. So the thing is, the situation had been, made proper for the Lord who is appearing to propagate Yoga Dharma Nama Sankirtan. Everyone is shouting Hari, 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 Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Everyone is shouting the names of Krishna and Hari. And it is at that time Supreme Lord Sri Krishna had, appeared from the womb of Sachi Devi. and Jagannath Mishra. Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata are the, blessed mother and father of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why blessed? Because they are the associates directly of Supreme Lord Chaitanya Dev. They are Nanda and Yashoda, not different from Nanda and Yashoda. So, from the womb of Mother Sachi, that Krishna who has no mother, no father, had appeared as Chaitanya Dev. And Nilambar Chakravarti, who is the grandfather of Chaitanya Dev, he named him Vishwambara. Vishwambar. Vishwambar means he who is the maintainer of the entire universe. He is the maintainer of the entire universe. So, by seeing the qualities of this newly born child, he has been named as Vishwambara by Nilambar Chakravarti. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right from his childhood, during his play, during his pastimes as an infant, he made everyone chant loudly the names of Hari. The local women, they would get together to take darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then he would cry, and when the baby is crying, they would take him in their laps and they would love him, but none of those would work. He would not stop crying in spite of their several attempts. But when they started chanting Hari, Hari, they thought, what's happening? Some evil witches have come upon him. Let us chant Lord Hari's name. When they started chanting Hari's name, immediately the boy starts, smiling. Because his mission is accomplished. He has come to propagate Nama Sankirtan, make everyone chant. Don't even waste a minute without chanting the holy name. This is what is the message of Chaitanya Dev. So, when he saw this woman chanting the Lord's name, he was very, very happy and he would smile. In this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had, propagated Nama Sankirtan right from his very, very birth in this material world. Slowly he grew older, because when the Lord comes, he performs pastimes like as an ordinary human being. Even though he is supramundane, still he performs pastimes like an ordinary mundane person. So, slowly he is grown up and he exhibited the pastimes of a foolish person. One day, he is sitting on the clay pots in which food is prepared and they are disposed. He is sitting on those clay pots and Mother Sachi comes and says, why are you sitting on the clay pots that are dirty and, soily? They are dirty. They are disposed. They are waste. Why are you sitting there? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called as Nimai by mother very affectionately, because he is born beneath a neem tree. So he is called Nimai by them, by the mother. And Vishwambar is the name that is given by the parents. And other persons, they call him Nimai Pandit. So he is sitting on the clay pot and mother is telling, what are you doing this? Then, even as a small child, he is telling mother, everything is clay. Whatever we are eating, that is from clay. Wherever we are staying, that is from clay. After we die, we are going to become clay. So, Clay is everything. What is the, what, how can you say it is dirty or it is pure? So, in general, the philosophy of the, Smartas, the philosophy of, Brahman, those who want to attain Brahmavad, they have this, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, everything is one unified principle, one Brahman, nothing else. So, Mahaprabhu, right from his childhood, he performed this pastime, everything is Brahman. Then, in the form of mother, the instructions come, yes, even though everything is coming from clay, there is a different utility to the clay than when it is given different form. Clay, when it is a pot, you can contain some water or some other things within that clay pot. But when that clay is made like a brick, like a solid brick, then it cannot be used for that principle. So the thing is that everything, even though it is clay, whatever manifestation, whatever food is coming is from the clay itself. But clay itself cannot be eaten directly. The manifestation from the clay has to be accepted. So in this way, Mother Sachi gave instructions to Nimai. Oh, yes, you are right, Mother. I am a fool. He is not a fool, but he is giving some instruction, particular instruction. Krishna has also eaten mud, right? He also ate mud or clay. And through this he has given instruction that everything is within me. So, later Mother Sachi thinks that, oh, this person needs to be put in the school, otherwise he will remain ignorant. He has to understand that clay, although everything is an expansion of the clay or an outcome of clay, he has to know that what is to be accepted, what is not to be accepted, what is good, what is bad, what is pure, what is impure. He should know. If he doesn't go to school, how will he know all these things? So he had been sent to school and he mastered in all the subjects. Not just grammar, also Nyaya, logic. In logic also he became expert. And anybody coming in front of him, he would, with great dexterity, he would defeat them. Nobody would stand in front of him. Seeing his fluency in beating the logic of others, such was his expert, logical brain. But through logic, one cannot attain Supreme God. This is what he taught. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what subject has he not studied? What knowledge is outside him? But through all these pastimes, he is giving instruction. He is defeating everyone, by letting everyone know that he is supreme in all subject matters. Everyone would invariably fall in love with him because he would, master in anything that he would take to. What is not possible for Supreme God? When all the Brajavasis, they are going to perform Indra Puja, worship of Indra, then also Krishna argued with Nanda Maharaj, small boy, 7-year-old boy, he is arguing with Nanda Maharaj. They are all experts. They have been worshipping for several years. And to them, Krishna is telling, my dear father, why are you worshipping? Whom are you worshipping? What is the purpose of your worship? Please tell me, I want to know. You will not understand. You are a small boy. Stay quiet. But he would not leave. No, why are you performing? I want to know. What is the purpose? Then Nanda Maharaj told, my dear son, you see, if we worship Indra, he will give rain. With the rain, our paddy fields will be flourishing. There will be grass. Beautiful agricultural lands will be pasteurized. And our living will be beautiful. Our cows will graze. We will get all the wheat and other things. We are the Vaishya community, the merchant class. We sustain on these. Therefore, if we do Indra Puja, we will get timely rains and everything will happen. But Krishna is telling Indra and other gods are adhikarik devatas. They have particular duty to perform, or a particular power they have got. They cannot do what is outside their power. If we perform bad activities, can the gods give good results? If we perform good activities, can the gods give bad results? If your God cannot give bad results after performing good activities or good results after performing bad activities, what is the use of it? Karma is superior. Perform good karma, then result will be good. Gods are giving only as per your good activities or bad activities. They have no hold over, doing vice versa. It's not possible for them. Nanda Maharaj is convinced. What do you want to say? I want to say that we should worship Govardhan, because Govardhan is giving shelter to us. Govardhan has so many pasturizing lands, fields where our cows are grazing. We should worship Govardhan. Okay, let us do so. So there he has completely denied, Krishna has completely denied worship of all the demigods, and he proved that worship of devotees is superior to worship of demigods. He has proven it. So similarly here, through Mother Sachi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is establishing that even though everything is emanating from the same source, everything is coming from the same source, but one has to accept each of the objects based on its merit. Clay, from the pot you can use it. A brick, you can use it in another way. You can prepare some molds as a beautiful, what do you call, a shape you can give, and you can use it as a decorative item, but it has its own utility, each of it. So you have to accept in its merit. So like this he instructed. Then he was sent to school. Then he became expert in the Nyaya, the logic, and he would defeat everyone. The devotees would want to not see him because their time is wasted. He would argue with them, and they think that, oh, he's such a smart fellow, he's such an expert fellow. If he becomes a bhakta, devotee, then it would be very nice. To Mukunda and others, he would say, only if you bless I shall become a devotee. So like this, by this Mahaprabhu is telling that only by coming in contact with a devotee we can become a devotee, not otherwise. So Bhaktistu Bhagavad Bhakta Sangena Parijayate. By coming in contact with a devotee only we can become a devotee. So later Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he became expert in all the Shastras, he became a teacher now to teach various subject matters and earn his livelihood like an ideal householder. He is married to Lakshmi Priya Devi by the request of his mother, because the elder brother Vishwarupa, he accepted sannyas and he left the house. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu consoled his mother that I am there, I will serve you, don't worry. Like this he consoled her, and he married Lakshmi Priya Devi. After marrying Lakshmi Priya Devi, He, in order to earn his livelihood, went to East Bengal, the current day Bangladesh. There he met Tapana Mishra. To Tapana Mishra, Tapana Mishra, who was confused on what is the essence of all the scriptures, what are the instructions of the scriptures, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to him and he told, Nama Sankirtana Kalau Parama Upay. This is the essence of all scriptures. The essence of scriptures is Nama Sankirtan. No karma, no jnana, no dhyana, no tapasya, nothing, none of these things are to be practiced, only Nama Sankirtan. It is the supreme and essence of all scriptures. Then Tapana Mishra immediately said that, Prabhu, I shall go with you, I shall stay with you. Mahaprabhu says, no. You go to Benares, Varanasi, you stay there. I shall go there when I go to Vrindavan, I shall come to your place, I shall see you there. And in this way, Tapana Mishra had come to Benares. Mahaprabhu returned to Navadvip Dham from East Bengal after his, performing the pastimes of a teacher. He earned lots of money. He came back to Navadvip Dham and he heard that his wife Lakshmi Priya has departed. By the advice of his mother, he married again, and it is Vishnu Priya. He married Vishnu Priya Devi, and he was performing pastimes like an ordinary householder. His father also departed meanwhile, and in order to offer oblations to his father at Gaya, he went to Gaya. Now, there is no need to offer oblations to his father. He is Lord himself. Why is it required? But there are two things that are important here. One is to follow the religious duties. For a householder, it is very important. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had established all these things. As a grihast, as a householder, we should not try to, disobey certain parts of the scriptures. Even as a child, even as a householder, he had helped so many brahmanas, he had given in charity. It's the duty of a householder to do charity activity. It's written in the scriptures. To distribute, what one possesses. And he had educated so many persons without accepting money. Any remuneration he had taught, means whatever is there we should try to distribute. So all these things are, exemplified, have been, performed by Chaitanya Dev in order to instruct all of us. So he went to Gaya to perform the final rites to his father, and there he met his Guru, Ishwar Puripad, who is the disciple of Madhavendra Puri. And in his company, he became a devotee. He accepted Krishna Naam from Ishwar Puripad. And after he came back to Navadvip Dham, he is a changed person now. So far, he was, playing, he was, arguing, he was, performing pastimes of an ordinary householder. But now, he has completely, drastically changed. He became a devotee. He came to Navadvip Dham and he started behaving like a madman. What kind of madness is this? In Krishna Prem, completely intoxicated in the Krishna Nama. And those who ever have seen Nimai Pandit, they were totally, taken aback. What is this? He has changed a lot. He is not the old Nimai Pandit anymore. He is more grave, and he is always dancing in ecstasy, intoxicated in divine love. So, Mother Sachi, she is very, very disturbed by seeing her son in that state. That what happened to him? He's gone crazy. Everything was all right, but what happened to him suddenly? She used to express her dismay to everyone. And one time Shivas Pandit came, Shivas, see, my son has become mad. What to do? Then Shivas Pandit said that I also aspire to become mad like him. I want to become mad like him. If you call this as madness, yes, I want to become mad like him. Shivas Pandit was immediately embraced by Nimai Pandit. Oh, if you had told that I am gone crazy, then I would have killed myself. You saved me. Why? By this pastime, the Lord is telling that only a devotee can understand the feelings and the mood of a devotee. Non-devotee cannot understand. It's not that Sachi Devi is not a devotee, but the Lord performs various activities to give emphasis on a particular teaching. If Sachi Mata says, okay, it's all right, then we would not have understood this particular instruction that only a devotee can understand the behavior of another devotee, non-devotee cannot. So in this manner, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is performing the pastimes as a householder. Now, he is preaching Krishna Bhakti, Nama Sankirtan. Every day he is holding Nama Sankirtan in the house of Shivas Pandit. He is calling everyone, come, Nama Sankirtan. All the devotees, Advaita Acharya, Nityananda, Srivas, Murari, Mukunda, everyone is assembled at the house of Shivas Pandit. And every night they are performing Nama Sankirtan. And the local so-called Hindu community became envious of this. They cannot see others happy. When the devotees are happily worshipping the Lord, because other persons they worship in order to mitigate their problems, sufferings. They worship Chandi, Durga, etc. That, oh, please free me from this problem, please free me from that problem. But the devotees are praying in ecstasy. They are happy, they are jumping, they are shouting the names of the Lord. So this was not taken properly by the so-called Hindu community. And they have given complaint to the local Muslim leader. And Chandkaji had come, he came and broke the mridanga in the house of Shivas Pandit. Because Shivas is a very, very simple person. He is a very simple person. And he feared Chandkaji, told that now I just broke the mridanga. If this continues, you can get any sort of punishment. Beware. Gave a warning and left. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as he came to know about this, immediately said, Shivas, don't worry. From today we shall be doing Nagara Sankirtan. So far we have confined ourselves to a house. With a closed house, closed doors, we are performing Sankirtan. Now, time to go out of the house and propagate this Nama Sankirtan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, all of you bring the torches along with you. Bring mridanga, kartal, and all the other, musical instruments. Bring them. We shall go on the banks of Ganga towards the house of Kaji. And he led the entire troop to Chandkaji's place. He redeemed Chandkaji by preaching the essence of all the scriptures, Krishna Bhakti as the topmost, Krishna Nam Sankirtan is the highest devotional practice, and in this way he redeemed Chandkaji. He came back from that place. He continued his pastimes in this manner. Jare dekhe tare kahe Krishna upadesh. Wherever and whomever he saw, he immediately propagated only Krishna Prem. He only advocated Krishna's instructions, nothing else. So in this manner, he, preached the Yugadharma Harinama Sankirtan. When he is in the house of Shivas Pandit, he exhibited various opulences, and he had given darshan to all his associates. He gave darshan to the associates in the form they love to see. And in this manner, so many pastimes have been performed at the house of Chandrasekhara Acharya, in the house of Shivas Pandit. Several pastimes have been performed. Now, so many persons have accepted to Krishna Prem, Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Naam as the highest. But there are still a class of people, several classes of people who have not taken this Krishna Bhakti. Namo Mahavadanyaya, because he is the greatest, most munificent form of Godhead. He is trying for the welfare, he is thinking about the welfare of those persons also who have not accepted Krishna Naam as the highest. So, how can I, redeem these fallen souls? They are, not accepting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, propagation, tenets of Krishna Prem as being the highest. And they started making, mockery of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's accepting gopis as the highest. So Mahaprabhu saw that I have come to give Krishna Prema to all. And these persons are not accepting what I have come to give because I am an ordinary householder. By staying in the house as a householder, they will not respect me. I have to spread this Krishna Prem everywhere, and for that I have to accept sannyas order. If I accept sannyas order, then they will come and offer obeisance to me. Simply by coming in front of me, I shall grace them with Krishna Prem. So thinking like this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had accepted sannyasa. He has accepted the renounced order of life. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is an enjoyer. Krishna himself, what is the need of accepting renounced order of life? But he accepted because his mission is to give Krishna Prem to all. And he, at Katwa, from Keshav Bharati, he accepted sannyas, and now he became Krishna Chaitanya. Previously Nimai Pandit Vishwambhar is now Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And after he accepted sannyas, his desire was to go to Vrindavan and take darshan of Lord Krishna Chandra. He was going towards Vrindavan, but Nityananda Prabhu tricked him and brought him to the place of Advaita Acharya. In the place of Advaita Acharya, he called all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, take darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his sannyas order. You will be blessed by this, by seeing this beautiful form of Chaitanya as sannyas. Many persons cried by seeing their Lord in, this sannyas form. Advaita Acharya also called Sachi Mata. Sachi Mata came there, she served Chaitanya Dev, and there, upon the request of Mother Sachi, he went to Nilachal Dham. He wanted to go to Vrindavan, but Sachi Mata requested to stay in Nilachal Dham. By her request, he stayed in Nilachal Dham. Soon after he came to Nilachal, Jagannath Puri, he expressed his desire to go to South India, because on the way, Nityananda broke his danda. And Mahaprabhu was unhappy with what Nityananda did. He told, I shall go to South India without being accompanied by any one of you. Finally, by Nityananda's pleads, Krishnadas had been appointed as a servant of Chaitanya Dev. He went to South India. Now, Mahaprabhu is going on a pilgrimage is not to take darshan of God or is not to purify himself, but his purpose is to make everyone devotees, to preach Krishna Bhakti everywhere. That was the purpose of his going. Not to free himself from any sinful activities, nor to attain any piety. That was not the purpose. He visited South India and on the way, he propagated Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Naam to everyone. Anyone who saw him simply, just by the sight of Chaitanya Dev, they immediately were surcharged with Krishna Prem. And they in turn became the gurus to preach Krishna Prem to others. These persons are going to another village, acting as gurus. They are further propagating Krishna Prem. Just like coronavirus. So, one person is afflicted with the virus and then he is giving to 100 persons, these 100 giving to 1000 persons, these 1000 giving to millions of persons. This is how Chaitanya Dev had spread Krishna Naam, Krishna Prem. Anyone who took darshan of Chaitanya Dev, they were intoxicated in love and they dancing in ecstasy, which they had never experienced before. And in this way, he traveled to different parts of South India, and everywhere he did the same. In the house of Venkata Bhatta, Mahaprabhu stayed for 4 months on the banks of Kaveri river. And in the Chaturmasya period, he, stayed there. He accepted the service of Venkata Bhatta, and then he taught to him about the supremacy of the worship of Radha Krishna over Lakshmi Narayan. The esoteric teachings of scriptures have been revealed there to Venkata Bhatta. They became the ardent followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after that. And Venkata Bhatta's own son, Gopala Bhatta Goswami, he took instructions from Prabodhananda Saraswati, his paternal uncle, and later he came to join the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is going to different parts and reclaiming all his own persons. He went further down to south. Then on his return, he came to Maharashtra. He came to Pandharpur. And then also there he learnt that his brother Vishwarupa, who became a Shankararanya sannyasi, he was a sannyasi and he left the world at that place. He came to know about that, and from there, after completing his South India tour, he came to Jagannath Puri Dham one more time. By this time, the king had come to know very well about Chaitanya Dev, and he was standing in great welcome for Mahaprabhu. He ordered Kashi Mishra that you should make sure that Mahaprabhu and his associates are, given nice place, nice accommodation. There should not be any complaints. The King Prataprudra himself wanted to repeatedly take darshan of Chaitanya Dev, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had exhibited a higher standard by telling all of us that a sannyasi should not visit a materialistic person. By coming in contact with a materialistic person, one will have materialistic desires and that will result in the fall down. So even though Prataprudra, a devotee, repeatedly wanting to see all the devotees, Nityananda, Rai Ramananda, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, everyone, Oh, we forgot about Sarvam Bhattacharya, who was, after he came to Nilachal Dham, Mahaprabhu, the first time he came, Sarvam Bhattacharya was delivered from his conception of Advaita Vada. He was thinking, or he was propagating about Advaita Siddhanta, the non-duality between the living entity and the Supreme, the Mayavada philosophy. He was the guru of so many persons, even the sannyasis. He used to teach the tenets of Shankara Bhashya. He used to teach those. He was, delivered from his Advaita conception by, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he wanted to speak Vedanta, and Mahaprabhu, he said that yes, I can understand the sutras of the Vedanta, the principles of Vedanta I'm able to understand, but the commentaries that you are giving, I'm not able to understand. Because they are just, the Vedanta sutras are like the sun, self-effulgent, and your commentaries are like the clouds covering them. So there was a discussion that happened, and finally he was delivered from his conception of Mayavada philosophy. And now that same Sarvam Bhattacharya became a great follower of Krishna Chaitanya and a great devotee of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. That he started to hate the word mukti. He who was a proponent of mukti has become a disbeliever of mukti. Simply by the word mukti, he was completely disturbed. This is when we come in contact with a pure soul, a devotee, then we will be able to understand the supremacy of devotion over liberation. So this way, Chaitanya Dev, now, after his South India tour, he came back to Nilachal Dham, and now Sarvam Bhattacharya and everyone else, Rai Ramananda, Dvijavani Nath, so many other associates, they started to join. Swarup Damodar, they all came one after another to join the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The message went to Gaudiya Desha, to Bengal, that Mahaprabhu had returned from South India. All the Bengal devotees, they immediately made their plans to come to Nilachal to take darshan of Mahaprabhu. And they came there, they stayed for 4 months. They would dance in the company of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They would participate in the various activities of Jagannath Dev, the pastimes of Jagannath Dev, Rath Yatra, and so many other festivals in Jagannath Puri Dham. For 4 months they stayed together. They would participate in the Gundicha temple cleaning, dancing, etc. Meanwhile, he also delivered King Prataprudra by seeing his earnestness to serve Chaitanya Dev. He gave his darshan finally, and he made, Prataprudra Gajapati Tarana. He has delivered Gajapati or Prataprudra, and he accepted him as his own person. Then, after his repeated attempts, he finally could go to Vrindavan Dham, but this time through Bengal. When he walked through Bengal, the purpose is to reclaim Rupa and Sanatana. He performed so many activities during this time, but the main purpose is to bring the two, chief commanders in the mission of Chaitanya Dev, that is Rupa and Sanatana. He came to Ramkeli, and then he brought them, both of them, into, because they were, troubled by that time's king, Hussain Shah Badshah, the Muslim king. Troubled means not that he was giving trouble physically to them, but they wanted to leave their material life. And when Chaitanya Dev came, they saw the hope, and after Mahaprabhu went back to Nilachal Dham from Kanai Natshala, Rupa and Sanatana made their plans to give up their job as finance minister and the prime minister of the king, and then they joined Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu again, he came to Vrindavan, he went to Vrindavan through Jharkhand forest. And in Jharkhand, he had delivered even the animals, giving a message to all that Krishna name, the language of Krishna, is universal. It is not, it surpasses all the mundane language barriers, it surpasses all the mundane traditions, it surpasses all species. What to forget, what to talk about, the gender, the nationality, all these things. It even surpasses the species. Krishna Bhakti is so vast and so huge that it has an impact even in the hearts of the animals and the beasts. They started dancing together in ecstasy while Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed Nama Sankirtan. This way he came to Vrindavan, he took darshan of all the 12 forests along with Balabhadra Bhattacharya. And he came back to Prayagraj, where he met Sri Rupa Goswami. Now to Rupa Goswami he gave the highest instructions of bhakti. He told that now I am giving about the teaching you about the prema bhakti, bhava bhakti, sadhana bhakti. I am teaching all these principles of bhakti to you, and you shall write scriptures and propagate. Now the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is expanding. It's like a wildfire, it's expanding. And Mahaprabhu is bringing each and every army person together, every commander-in-chief together. And he is, making this, the movement of Krishna consciousness spread everywhere like a wildfire. He ordered Nityananda, Nityananda, you go to Bengal, you stay in Bengal. And in Bengal, you should teach everyone, Prati ghare ghare jai magi e bhikkha, bolo Krishna, bhajo Krishna, karo e shiksha. Go to every single house, don't leave any house, and give them instructions of Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Prem. This is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had expanded his mission of Nama Sankirtan. And through Nam, he gave only Prem, not deliverance from this material world, not any material, gains, profits. He did not give any of these things. He gave only Prema through Nam. And now, from there, he moves on to Banaras. He already told several years ago to Tapan Mishra that I am coming to your place, stay in Banaras. So he dined Chandrasekhara Vaidya. He stayed Chandrasekhara Vaidya, yes. So he stayed there in the house of Chandrasekhara Vaidya, and he dined at the house of Tapana Mishra. And there came Sanatana. Sanatana Goswami, he gave instructions for 2 months about Sambandha Jnana to all the living entities, because Benares, Varanasi, Soham, I am that Brahman. No, you are not Brahman, you are servant of Supreme Lord. He gave this knowledge at Benares, where people think that Aham Brahmasmi, Soham, I am that Brahman, I am that absolute principle. He had completely, rejected this idea. And to Sanatana Goswami, he taught about the actual or the real identity of all the living entities. For 2 months he stayed there and told, go to Vrindavan. You have this mission to accomplish, that is to write Bhakti Shastras, to write scriptures, devotional scriptures, and you have to uncover the pastime places of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. You have to establish temples. You have to propagate Krishna Nam and Krishna Prem. Go. He sent his Goswamis to Vrindavan. And while staying there, one Brahmana from Maharashtra, he arranged Mahaprabhu's meeting with the sannyasis, who is headed by Prakashananda Saraswati. Prakashananda Saraswati is a leader of all the Mayavadi Vaishnavas. Even though Mahaprabhu stayed there for more than 2 months, he never ever made an attempt to go to the sannyasis. He did not go there. And Prakashananda Saraswati thought that he is a new chap in sannyas order, and he is taking some guys who are sentimentalists, emotionalists along with him and dancing on the streets. This is not the activity of a sannyasi. Sannyasis should go through the scriptures. He should study Vedanta. But this fellow is dancing like a madman with a group of sentimentalists and emotionalists. This was the opinion that he carried. But the Maharashtra Brahman, who had seen the beauty and the influence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, thought, no, I cannot tolerate, I cannot bear. This sannyasi is thinking wrongly about you. I have to make an arrangement for your meeting with them. So he made an arrangement in his house. All the Mayavadi sannyasis came there. And Mahaprabhu also came there. He took a seat where all the sannyasis are washing their feet. And they could see that a sannyasi does not mean that he become arrogant, proud, that I am a sannyasi, I am, above all other orders of life. I am superior to the Brahmanas, I am superior to the Grihasthas, I am superior to the Brahmacharis, I am superior to the Vanaprasthas. No. A Vaishnava sannyasi is always humble. They are very proud that so aham, I am that supreme Brahman. When we think like that, arrogance will come. But when I think that I am das, I am servant, then where will arrogance come from? There will be only humility, isn't it? When we think that I am that supreme, then arrogance will come. But when I think that no, I am the servant of that supreme, servant of the servant of the servant of that supreme, then humility will come. Mahaprabhu had exhibited this. Then Prakashananda Saraswati and all other sannyasis saw a beautiful effulgence. And he immediately, invited Mahaprabhu, why are you sitting here? Come along. And then there was a discussion. And in that discussion, Mahaprabhu had established how the Vedas, the Vedantas, the Upanishads, everything is heading towards only one thing, that is Krishna as the only master and the living entity as being his servant. So, Prakashananda Saraswati is now a Vaishnava, a sannyasi who has converted into Vaishnavism. Seeing this entire Varanasi, they became disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Earlier, in Nilachal Dham, Sarvam Bhattacharya was simply converted into a devotee, a Vaishnava, and everyone who knew the glory of Sarvam Bhattacharya, they also became devotees. Now, when he came to North India, he completely, transformed the heart of Prakashananda Saraswati, and then everyone in connection with Prakashananda Saraswati is now a Vaishnava Acharya. When he went to South India, so many Buddhists, so many other Tattvavadis and others, they have been, preached about Krishna Prem, Krishna as being supreme, and they have been converted. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu traveled all along. His idea was not to go on a pilgrimage tour. His idea is to spread Krishna Bhakti. Vaishnavas, the pure devotees, they travel from one place to another. Why? In order to give Krishna Bhakti to all. That is the purpose of the Vaishnavas' visit. Now, in this manner, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had performed pastimes for 6 years. Now, when he is 30 years, he had withdrawn all his travel trips, tours, etc., and he is staying in Nilachal Dham permanently. He is not touring now. What is time now? Are you still okay? I can continue for 5-10 minutes or?
Yes.
Oh, it's already 12. You want me to?
It's okay.
It's okay. You want me to continue? Everyone okay? Are you tired?
It's okay.
So, there Mahaprabhu now exhibited the pastimes of staying at one place, and devotees like the previous years, they are coming to visit Chaitanya Dev, and in the company of the devotees, Mahaprabhu is performing pastimes like as he did previously, taking darshan of Ratha Yatra, dancing in front of the Ratha, and involving in some other festival activities of Jagannath Dev. In this manner, Mahaprabhu had exhibited pastimes. During this time, he has given so many instructions through Pradyumna Mishra. Pradyumna Mishra, who considered himself as a Brahmana and an eligible candidate, he was sent to Rai Ramananda, so-called Shudra and so-called materialistic person, to learn Bhagavat. On his South India tour, we forgot Rai Ramananda totally. On South India tour with Rai Ramananda, there were discussions about the highest topics of Goloka Vrindavan, and he had shown his combined form of Radha Krishna to Rai Ramananda. And there he attracted Rai Ramananda, come and join my mission. I want to hear Harikatha from you daily. By this, Mahaprabhu is telling to all of us that you need to engage yourself completely in the middle of Nama Sankirtan, in the middle of Krishna Katha, nothing else. He personally exhibited the inclination to hear repeatedly from Gadadhar Pandit Goswami about the holy biographies of Dhruva and Prahlad. From Rai Ramananda and from Sarup Damodar, he repeatedly heard about the esoteric pastimes of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. He was constantly passing through the waves of love in union and separation. Sometimes his heart is tormented, sometimes he is in ecstasy. In this manner, he performed the pastimes for 6 years, and also he gave the honor to Haridas Thakur when he departed from this material world by giving him samadhi. How a Vaishnava needs to be respected. Vaishnava's body needs to be respected. Vaishnava's body is chinmaya, is transcendental, is not like any material person. And that too, Haridas Thakur, who has propagated Krishna Prem, Krishna Naam everywhere, under all circumstances he remembered Krishna's name. He chanted Krishna's name. So, to that Acharya who has propagated Nama, what is a befitting departure? Mahaprabhu himself had done that. He had given samadhi to him, and he personally went to beg alms for the festival of Haridas Thakur's separation festival. And in this manner, he had shown to all of us the highest teachings of how to respect the Vaishnavas. Through Rupa and Sanatana, he exhibited the humility, how topmost one has to be humble in order to be performing Hari Bhajan always. Rupa and Sanatana, they came to Nilachal Dham, they came to Puri Dham. For what? In order to take darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Through Rupa and Sanatana, he gave so many instructions. Through Raghunath Das Goswami, he gave so many instructions. If we go on remembering, it will take a long time. So many instructions he gave through Raghunath Das Goswami when he came to Nilachal Dham. Through Rupa and Sanatana, when they came, he had exhibited the pastimes of giving several instructions through them. How humble they were. So this way, till he was 36 years, he performed pastimes of meeting with various devotees. The last 12 years, he had withdrawn himself completely from any interactions with any of the persons, and only Swarup Damodar, Rai Ramananda were his principal associates. Only these two were their principal associates, and Govinda also used to serve him. But the last 12 years, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited or personally relished the topmost realizations of Golok Vrindavan, for which he had come. That is the purpose of his appearance in this material world, right? That he will relish the topmost mellows that Radharani herself is relishing in the company and in the absence of Sri Krishna, in the separation and union of Krishna. So he relished all those, performed activities like a madman, intoxicated man. So in this way, last 12 years, he performed pastimes in Jagannath Puri, and he entered into Gopinath deity when he was 48 years. In the middle of Sankirtana, when all the devotees, they brought all the devotees to Gopinath, they were singing kirtans, they were dancing in ecstasy. At this time, he entered into Gopinath's deity. So this way, he exhibited the pastimes for 48 years in this material world, but during these 48 years, he had given several instructions. Even though we don't see any direct writings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had given 8 verses, Shikshashtaka shlokas. They are the principal essence of Mahaprabhu's teachings. We find everything in these 8 shlokas of instructions that Mahaprabhu gave through Swarup Damodar and Rai Ramananda. He gave this during his last 12 years to Swarup Damodar and Rai Ramananda, and thus the instructions that Mahaprabhu gave, of course, through all these devotees, and not only that, the direct contributions that you can see is through these 8 verses of Shikshashtaka, that is honored by everyone, world at and large. By following these 8 verses of Shikshashtaka, one will attain the highest goal, highest objective. Therefore, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Dev is the summum bonum of all incarnations. His instructions are topmost. His appearance, his advent in this material world is to give Krishna prem, not for dharma, artha, kama and moksha, religiosity, sense gratification, economic development and liberation. These are not the attainments that Mahaprabhu had given. Mahaprabhu had given Krishna prem as the highest, topmost attainment. So today is his appearance day. That the life of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in a nutshell. We have spoken a very brief time what Mahaprabhu had performed all through and what he has given. It's very, very difficult to explain or consolidate in a limited time, but Mahaprabhu had in this way propagated the mission of Krishna's name and had instilled Krishna bhakti in the heart of everyone. We shall conclude here. So today is Grahan also, the eclipse. So 3:15 or so, Harinam Sankirtan will begin in the temple room, and then at about 7 o'clock, the Abhishek will begin, and after that there will be bhog offered to the Lord, and then Arati, temple parikrama, and after that there will be prasad. Okay, that is the schedule for today. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
अच्छा, अपने पत्ता वादी बोलिए।